Accrual accounting. Accrual accounting. Okay. And I already give you some idea, right, regarding what is accrual basis accounting. Okay. Accrual accounting is the very basis of accounting. Why? Because it's a requirement of GAAP. It's a requirement of GAAP. Yeah. FSB, SEC and FSB require company, especially publicly traded company, to follow GAAP for their daily recording and for their preparation of financial statement. And GAAP require company to use accrual basis accounting. Okay, so what kind of question will be tested related to this topic, related to this lesson? As I already indicated in the beginning, the question might give you some information, it may give you a cash basis amount. You have to convert it to accrual basis amount. Or if the question might give you an accrual basis amount, you have to convert it to a cash basis amount. Okay? So this type of question will be frequently tested. Frequently tested. It's not very easy, but I'll show you the tips about how to solve this kind of question. First, you need to know, if we use accrual basis accounting, okay, you need to know what's the difference between accrue account and the defer account. Okay. The first two are the accrue item. The last two are the defer item. The difference is, if we record revenue and the expense before we receive cash or before we pay cash, then that's accrue. If we receive cash or pay cash first, and then we record revenue or expense later, then that's called defer. Okay, let me give you some example. When we conduct credit sale, will we receive cash first or will we record revenue first? Record revenue first, right? So credit sale is accounts receivable. Credit sale is an accrued revenue. Accounts receivable will be an accrued item. Accrued item. When we, using the example I gave you earlier, on August 31st, we haven't paid wages, August salary to employee yet, right? So we debit wages expense and we credit wages payable. Do we pay cash first or do we record expense first? We record expense first. So wages payable, wages expense is an accrued expense. And wages payable is an accrued liability. And here, sales revenue, credit sales revenue is an accrued revenue, and the accounts receivable is an accrued asset. Okay? So accrued revenue, accrued asset, accrued expense, accrued liability, all are accrued. And If you receive 1 year rent from the tenant on, let's say, September 1st. Okay, if you receive rent, 1 year rent, when you receive 1 year rent, let's say 12,000 from your tenant, and the rent period is from September 1st, 2016 to August 31st of 2017. 1 year contract period. On the transaction day, September 1st, I receive cash, right? So I record cash in debit side. In the credit side, do you earn the revenue yet? No, not yet. Why? Because the contract period just starts and you haven't provided service yet. So in the credit side, can we put sales revenue, rent revenue? No, you should put unearned revenue. Unearned rent revenue. Is unearned revenue a revenue? No, it's a liability. Because you already get money from people, but you haven't provided service yet. Is it an obligation? Yes, you have the obligation to provide a service at a later point. Okay? So it's a liability. It's a liability. So in this example, and then on December 31st. On December 31st, 4 months has passed, right? After time passes, would the unearned revenue become earned? Yes. Then which side should we record revenue?
No.
I show you the tips. Asset expense in debit, liability, equity, and revenue in credit. Right? In credit. So if the revenue after 4 months pass, if the revenue is already earned, which side should we record the revenue? Credit. So we put revenue in credit. And once we record, should we record entire 12,000 as revenue or only for 4 months? Only for 4 months. So if the rent for a year is 12,000, then the rent for 4 months will be 4,000, right? So we record revenue for 4 months, for 4,000. And after you record revenue, the balance in the unearned revenue account will be reduced, right? Will be reduced. So how to show the reduce? Should we move it to the other side? Yes. So we move unearned revenue to the other side. This is the journal entry that we should record on the transaction day and also on the year-end day. Okay, so in this example, do we receive cash first or do we record revenue first? We receive cash first and we record revenue later. So receive cash first and record revenue later. Is that an accrued item or deferred item? Deferred item. Yeah. So unearned revenue is a deferred revenue. And to give you another example, if we buy a 1 year insurance policy and we pay, let's say, 24,000 beforehand. We pay 24,000 beforehand for a 1 year insurance policy. And let's assume that the insurance, the period, okay? The coverage period, the period covered by the insurance policy is from September 1st to 31st of next year. The same. Then on the transaction day, September 1st, do I pay cash? Yes. So I put cash in credit. In debit. I pay. I receive, I put in debit. I pay, I put in credit. And I already pay cash, but is that considered an expense? No. Why? The expense is not incurred yet. Why? Because it's the insurance contract cover this period and it just starts, right? The time has not passed yet, so the expense is not incurred yet. So we can't record it as an expense. We call it prepaid insurance. And if you already pay cash but you haven't got any benefit yet, you haven't claimed anything yet, do we see it as a liability or asset? Asset. Okay? Asset. And which side is the why? Asset. So which side is the normal side of asset? debit side. That's why we put it prepaid item in the debit side. For the entire amount, 24,000. And on the year-end day, how long has passed? 4 months. 4 months. After 4 months passed, is the expense incurred?
Only for 4 months.
It's incurred only for 4 months. So 24,000 for a year, then for 4 months it will be 8,000. 2,000 for months. 2,000 for months, right? So how much for 4 months? 8,000. 8,000. So 8,000 becomes an expense. So which side is a normal side for expense? Expense? Debit. So we put expense in debit. And once we record expense, would the balance in the prepaid insurance account become reduced? Yes. So we should move it to the other side. And the amount is only 8,000. Okay. So in this example, do I record expense first or do I pay cash first? I pay cash first. I pay cash first and I record expense later. So prepaid insurance is a deferred expense. Deferred expense. Got it? So I'm showing you what's accrued item, what's deferred item. Okay. And next, I will show you how to apply the accounting equation to solve the type of question. Remember I told you earlier that the exam frequently cover the type of question which ask you to convert either cash basis income to accrual basis income, or to convert accrual basis income to cash basis income. Then to solve this kind of question, you have to apply the accounting equation. Okay. Okay, this is the original accounting equation. And the triangle means change. So if assets equals liability plus equity, then we could add a change sign into every item. So it becomes change in asset equals change in liability plus change in equity. And then assets, we can separate it into cash asset and a non-cash asset. So cash asset plus non-cash asset, or it means other asset, which means non-cash asset, equals change in liability plus change in equity. And when the question gives you a cash basis income amount, and then the question requires you to convert it to accrual amount, what should I do? I move the two items in the right side of the equation to the left side of the equation. So it becomes change in cash plus change in OA minus change in liability minus change in equity equals accrue. Okay? So for your computation, the first item should be cash amount, right? Plus change in OA minus change in liability minus change in equity. Then so you do some adjustment here, then you will get accrued amount, right? if the question gives you an accrued amount and it asks you to convert the accrued amount to cash amount, then the first item in your calculation should be accrued amount, right? Accrued amount. And then we add change in liability, change in equity, change in asset, then we would get a cash amount. So this equation is for you to convert cash amount to accrued amount. So this is the calculation process. This equation is for you to convert accrued amount to cash amount. So this is the calculation. Got it? To convert cash amount to accrued amount. So the starting item will be cash, followed by some adjustment. Then you get accrued amount. So that's this one. And this one shows you how to convert accrued amount to cash amount. So the starting item will be accrued amount, and then you do some adjustment, and then you will get cash amount. So that's this one. Okay? Okay. If you any question about how do I generate the equation? We start from the original accounting equation, and then we add change. Change in asset equals change in liability plus change in equity. And then I separate assets into cash asset and the other asset. So we expand the equation into this one. Okay? And then if the question give you a cash amount, and the question asks you to convert cash amount to accrued amount, then we have to move these two items to the left side of the equation to get the accrued amount. But if the question gives you an accrued amount and it asks you to convert it to cash amount, then we have to put cash amount in the left side of the equation only. And then we move this item into the right side. So into the right side, so the sign becomes negative. Do you know what I'm doing? In the first equation, I move these two items in the left side, so the sign becomes negative. In the second equation, I move OA to the right side, so this two remains positive, but the sign for OA becomes negative. Got it? If no question about how do I generate the equation, then I'll show you example about how to apply the equation. J&L Pacons maintain accounting records on accrual basis. J&L decided to convert to cash basis accounting. Okay. J&L reported 95178 of net income. It's an accrued income, right? But the company like to convert to cash basis accounting. Okay. So which means you are give accrued item, okay, and then you are required to convert the accrued item to cash item, right? To cash item. Okay. So the starting item should be accrued amount. The starting item should be accrued amount. Okay. So how much is the accrued amount? 95178. Okay. It says, okay. Accounts receivable, if this is the January balance, this is the December balance, then we see this as a beginning balance, this as the ending balance. Okay. And first, we have to compare the beginning balance with the ending balance for each item, for each account, to see if there is an increase or decrease. Okay. Accounts receivable is that an asset? Yes. Asset. Okay. The December balance is 15927. The January balance is 9250. Is there an increase or decrease? When we say increase, decrease, okay, if on January 1st my pocket has $100, on December 31st my pocket has $300, increase by $200, right? Here it's the same, okay? The ending balance is greater than the beginning balance, it's an increase, okay? Increase for how much? I forgot to bring the calculator, okay? Anybody has a calculator?
6,677.
Okay, good. Thank you. 667. Okay, 6677. Okay. It's an asset, right? It's an asset. Okay. The sign for asset is negative. If the sign is positive, then increase means positive. Decrease means negative. If the sign is negative, then increase means negative. Decrease means positive. You got what I'm saying? Okay. 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 If the sign is positive and then we have an increase, does increase mean positive?
Yes.
Yes. So if the sign in front of the item is positive, then and we have an increase, then positive becomes positive. If the sign is positive and we have a decrease on the item, then negative becomes negative. If the sign is negative, okay, then negative. When the item has an increase, then it becomes negative. If the sign is negative and the item has a decrease, then negative becomes positive. You know what I'm doing? Okay. So which means when the sign is positive, an increase means positive. A decrease means negative. We don't change anything, right? Positive, negative. But if the sign is negative, then the impact will become reversed, okay? Because positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. You know what I'm doing? Yes. Okay, so now accounts receivable is an asset, and there is an increase of 6677. And the asset sign, the sign for asset is negative, and we have an increase. So should the impact be positive or negative? Negative, because negative, positive, negative. So negative 6677. And the second item, unearned revenue, is that a liability? Yes. Unearned revenue is a liability, right? Liability, the sign for liability is positive. Positive. The sign for liability, okay, then the ending balance is 111 and the beginning balance is 2,840. Is there an increase? Ending balance is greater than beginning balance, yes, right? Is there an increase for how much? 1271. 1271? Okay, 1271 is an increase, and the sign for liability is positive. So positive increase means positive. So positive. And then accrued expense. Accrued expense affects equity. No matter if it's revenue or expense, it affects equity. It affects equity. So revenue is an equity item. Expense is also an equity item. So accrued expense is an equity item, and the sign is positive. Do we have an increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease for how much?
1337.
27. Right? 1327. Okay. 1327. It's a decrease, and the sign is positive. So positive decrease means negative. And the last one, prepaid expense, is that an asset? Prepaid expense is an asset, right? Yeah, prepaid expense, like prepaid insurance, is an asset. The sign for asset is negative. Do we have an increase or a decrease now? Increase for how much? 1350. 15. Oh, 15. Okay, 15. This is an increase, and the sign is negative. So increase, negative, means negative. You know what I'm doing, right? Do I need to repeat one more time? Accounts receivable is an asset. The sign for asset is negative, and we experience an increase. So increase means positive. Positive, negative becomes negative. And unearned revenue is a liability. We experience the sign for liability is positive, and we experience an increase means positive. So positive becomes positive. Accrued expense is an equity item. The sign for equity is positive, and we experience a decrease. So positive decrease means negative. So positive, negative becomes negative. Prepaid expense is an asset. The sign for asset is negative, and we experience an increase. Increase means positive. So negative positive becomes negative. Got it? Well, it's not too easy, but this kind of question is very important and will be frequently and consistently tested. So if the other students they don't understand how to solve it, they don't know how to solve it, they lose question of this and you get credit, then you win. So you have to know how to solve. It's very important for you to make sure that you know how to solve this type of question. Okay, so can you do, you read here? Is she the only person who bring the calculator? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, my cell phone has calculator, but it's very small. It's very small. I don't like to use it.
What do you need?
Just do some calculation here.
Oh. Well, that will be 8713.
8713.
130.
130?
Yeah.
Okay. 8713. 87,130. 87,130. Let's see if we do it correctly. Are we right? Yes. Bingo. Bingo. Okay. And then, any questions? If no, then let's do another example about how to do the other way around. Okay? Because in this example, we are converting accrued amount to cash amount, right? You also need to know how to convert cash amount to accrued amount. So can I erase this? Yes? Okay. And J&L company, okay, they originally used cash basis, and now they decide to convert to accrual basis. So we are converting cash amount to accrual amount. If we are converting cash amount to accrual amount, then which equation should we use? The first one, right? The first one, okay? And how much is the cash amount? 87,130. Okay, the first item, AR. Let's compute the change for each item first. For AR, there is an increase for 6,677. For unearned revenue, UR means unearned revenue. We have an increase of 1,000. 371. 271. And accrued expense, let's put AE, accrued expense. We have a decrease. Okay, this is increase. This is increase. Increase means positive, right? This is increase means positive. This is decrease means negative. How much? 1,000? 327. Okay? And the last one, prepaid expense. Prepaid expense, we can write PE. And we have an increase for 1315? Okay, 1315. So accounts receivable, we have an increase. And revenue, we have an increase. AE, we have a decrease. And the prepaid expense, we have an increase. Increase means positive, decrease means negative. And so the starting item will be cash amount. Okay? We use this equation, the cash amount. The sign for accounts receivable is an asset. The sign for asset is positive. So positive becomes positive, right? The sign, unearned revenue is a liability. The sign for liability is negative. So positive, negative becomes negative. Accrued expense is an equity item. The sign for equity is negative. So negative becomes positive. Prepaid expense is an asset, right? Asset. The sign for asset is positive. So positive becomes positive. Then you just need to do some calculation.
95,178.
95,178. Okay, so let's see if we have a correct answer. Bingo! Are we right? Yes. So any question? No? Make sure you know how to do it. Okay? Make sure you know how to do it. Okay? If no question, do you need like a couple minutes to absorb the concept? Or you are ready to move on?
How will you be tested on this? Like you have to figure out all those figures like that?
Yeah, so it could be a TBS. It could be a simulation question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get more credits from this type of question. Okay? Because you can't just read a question to get an answer. You have to do calculation, right? Much calculation. Okay. Okay.
So basically you need to know.
You need to know this. You need to know the equation. You need to know the equation, okay? And you need to know the if the question give you like 3 or 4 items, you have to know if this item is an asset item, if this item is a liability item, if this item is an equity item, so that you can determine the sign correctly. And it's not too difficult because accounts receivable, of course, is an asset, right? And earned revenue is a liability. Prepaid expense is an asset. And all expense and the revenue are equity. Affect equity. We see expense and revenue as equity item because they affect equity. And you might say, oh, but it's hard to memorize the equation. Do you not need to memorize the equation? No. Do you know the very original accounting equation? Yes. Then you just step by step. You expand the equation. You know this, the original one. So you put change. And then you separate asset into cash and other asset. And then you just need to move, right? When the question asks you to convert cash amount to accrued amount, then we move this to the left side. When the question asks you to convert accrued amount to cash amount, then we move this one to the right side. We move this one to the right side. That's it. Do you need to memorize the equation? You don't have to. You just write down the original equation and then you expand it. You expand it to this one, and then you move it to here, and you move it to here. Got it? Make sure, okay, because that's important. This is a very important type of question that's frequently tested. Okay?